Welcome to all in this series of biology practicals. Today we are going to start the very first sport of class 11th biology. This is not a practical to perform, this is not an experiment to perform, this is only sport, only for observation. So what is the sport? The sport is the compound microscope. So in our class 11th biology practical syllabus, the very first sport is the compound microscope. So in this sport, what we need to observe? We need to observe the parts of the microscope which are written here: ocular eyepiece, body tube, revolving nose piece, high power objective, low power objective, cover slip, slide, condenser, mirror, base. Many names are written here. Coarse adjustment, fine adjustment, arm, stage clip, stage, inclination joint, and the name is written here. This is the compound microscope. Now this is how a compound microscope looks like. In my previous video of the introduction of biology laboratory, I have shown you this microscope. This is also a compound microscope, but it is operated by the electricity. We need electricity to operate this microscope. We need to plug it in. But in most of the biology labs for senior secondary biology, what we get, we can observe these type of microscopes. So this is why this type of microscope is given in our practical syllabus, in our lab manual, and I am showing you exactly the same microscope which was the diagram of which was given in our lab manual. So we can compare both of them side by side, the diagram and the real one. So this is how both are looking like. So I will explain each of the part by showing you everything. So this is the eyepiece. So we have many lenses, because what the function of microscope is to magnify things, so magnify objects. So for that we are having many lenses. So there is a hollow tube in this microscope, and we are having this eyepiece, and this is what we call body tube, because we are able to see it is a complete hollow tube like structure. Then we can imagine that if you want to see through this microscope from here, because this is why this is called a eyepiece, because we need to see through it. So for seeing clearly, we need a complete hollow tube. So we are also having lens here. Now that 10 is written here, you can see 10x is written here. If I rotate this like this, you can see 45 is written here. So this is what we call 45x zoom and 10x zoom. So we can change the power of lens also. Slight noise will be there, slight click sound will be there, so when we rotate. So when we rotate like this 45x lens will come in the plane, same plane. But if I rotate this by putting little force, it will rotate smoothly. Then what happens, it will stop, and if I put extra force, it will sound like click. Now it is okay, now it is 10x. So this is how we can change the magnification level also, 10x and 45x. Most of the time we need 10x when we prepare temporary slides to locate what we need to see. Then if we want to magnify any part, if we want to see at cellular level, then we need 45x. So in detail we need 45x, but yes, if we want to have an overall perspective, then we need 10x. Now here are coarse adjustment and fine adjustment. I will show you again the diagram which was given in our lab manual. See here, this is coarse adjustment, this is fine adjustment, and the name is suggesting that coarse means something rough and fine is something very sharp. So what does this mean? See, if I rotate this coarse adjustment, you can see the movement of the complete tube, this with eyepiece and these lenses, low power and high power lenses, this complete tube will move. Now I will show you again. Now we can see if I move this coarse adjustment, it is moving upwards and downwards. Now you can see the movement. So when we need to focus, we need this coarse adjustment, but once it is focused, if we need to change slightly, now you cannot see the movement. I am rotating this fine adjustment, but the change is not noticeable. If we, because as the name is suggesting, this is the rough movement and smooth movement. Give me 1 minute. I will show you this thing. We need to observe. This is what we call a slide. So this is what we call a slide. This is a slide of histology, columnar epithelium. It is an animal tissue. So if you are a student of class 11th biology, you must have seen this name in your 9th textbook when we studied chapter 6, the tissues, the plant tissues and the animal tissues. So we animals have 4 type of tissues. The first type of tissue was epithelial tissue, and there were several types of epithelium. So there were cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium. So this is the type. Histology means the study of tissues. So this is the type of a slide of columnar epithelium. Now you can see this pink spot. This is the tissue colored by some stains. So this tissue we need to magnify. So what we do? First we need to put this slide in which part of the microscope? See, this part is called, this square shape part is called stage. And if you want to put this slide, these are some clips over here. These are called stage clips. So we can move these stage clips little bit, and then what do we want to magnify? We want to magnify this spot, this pink or a purple color spot. So we need, here is also a glass. Here we can see the glass. So on the top of it, so this tissue must be here. Now we can put the clips. So this is how we adjust the clips to hold the slide. So if one slide is fixed, then it must not be moving. Then we observed glass over here. So what it looks like if you see from the bottom. So I am removing the slide again to show you that part. So if we see microscope from the bottom, what we observe here, this is the base of the microscope. You can identify the shape. It is U-shaped, and you can observe this type of shape in the feet of horse. This is very well-known shape to us. This is horseshoe shape. So this is the base, and here we can see one mirror, which is rotating mirror. Now you can see the reflection also. If you focus here, it is showing reflection. So what is the purpose of this mirror? See, this compound microscope is called light microscope. We have some other types of microscopes also. Those are called, for example, one is electron microscope. So these microscopes need light to magnify anything. See, we for observing anything, 2 things we need. One is our eye, which is the organ which is capable of seeing, and another thing is light. If we are having eye but not light, we are not able to see, and if we are having light, if we have no eye, then also we cannot see. So we need light plus our eye. So that is true for microscope also. It needs something. So if it needs light, it is called light microscope. And because if you are class 11 biology student, if you are science student, I think and I hope that you know that light is having dual properties. Light is also a particle which is called photon, and it is also a wave which is called light, electromagnetic wave. And the same way, electron is also a particle and is also a wave. It depends on its speed and wavelength. So if you know about the de Broglie equation, okay, anything can become particle or wave, it depends on its mass, speed. So I'm not discussing that thing again. So electron microscopes uses electron waves instead of light, and they are far more efficient because the resolving power is of electron microscope is more, because electrons are having less wavelength than light. So for some students, for class 9th students or for other people, this information may not be relevant, so ignore this information if you do not interested in it now. So what I was showing it, this mirror is reflecting light. So we adjust this mirror to reflect light in this portion. I will show you when this part is complete. I will show you again how this happens. So if you see this part, see, this is also a hollow part. So we are having a hollow tube, continuous tube. This is the ocular eyepiece, this is the eye lens, the lens which we are putting, both of the side we are having lens. So we put it here, then it is the body tube, then we are having high power and low power lenses, then we are having that glass we have observed where we put the slide, then in the bottom we are also having hollow tube, and this mirror is reflecting light towards this hollow tube like this. Now I think that it is visible. Now what is the role of this? See, this is a septum. Now you can see like this, it is controlling the size of the hole. And if you are familiar with the structure of eye, because the structure of eye is included in the syllabus of class 8th, in the syllabus of class 10th, and also in the syllabus of class 11th. So if you are a biology student, whether you are in class 12th biology or 11th biology, or whether you are a student of class 9th also, you must be familiar with the structure of eye. So if you are familiar with the structure of eye, let me show you one model, which is, I will describe this model later when we will discuss the eye. But now, for now, we have one part here. This is cornea, and within this cornea, the visible and colorful part is called iris. So iris is also controlling the size of the pupil. This hollow part is called pupil. You will observe, if you see anybody's eye, this hollow part is pupil. It is allowing light inside the eye, and because of that we are able to see. So the same principle applied for cameras also. So coming back to the microscope, now I think that you can correlate the function of iris and this part. Like this, we can control the amount of light. It depends how much light is available. Sometimes, and many times in biology lab, light is not available in that much of quantity. So we put it like this. Now I will show you the function of it. Okay. Now if I move the mirror, now mirror is not visible because it is upright. This microscope is again upright. This is the mirror. Now if I move this mirror, this will cause reflection here. If you are able to see, now you can see that it is reflecting light towards this glass. So what we need to do, we need to put it like this, and then we have slide to focus. So we put slide like this. I am showing you again. Why I am showing it again? Because you now you understand the role of light. Because if light is visible, then we can magnify the thing. Now you can see that light is visible. So by adjusting this mirror, I will focus on this tissue. Then I will again adjust the clips, and then I will see through this light eyepiece. So I will show you this also. Okay, now I adjusted the mobile in a temporary arrangement, so that you can see how to see through the microscope, and I am going to show you. So we need to remove our spectacles if we are using, and then we see the slide through this eyepiece. Then we try to focus by the coarse adjustment. Now I am able to spot, or now I am able to see. I need to shift this slide a little bit because it is not focusing properly. Now the focus is very proper. Now I am able to see the internal tissue structure. If I need to magnify, what I will do, I will change the power from low power to high power, it means to 45x. But that at that time we need fine adjustment, because if we try coarse adjustment, what can happen, slide may break, because coarse adjustment may put extra pressure on the slide. So this is how we see the slide. Now I hope that you are having by this video you are having an idea, and if you are a student of class 11th, then this video will be very useful for your first sport from a revised CBSE biology syllabus. List number B you can find, if you see the syllabus, in list number B you can find the structure of the compound microscope. Now if you see the details, I hope that you will better understand the details. I am again showing complete microscope and one sketch. It is not that much fine, but yes, this is a sketch made by me to simplify this diagram. Thank you so much for your patient listening. In my next video, I will describe the experiment for class 12th biology for making the slides of mitosis. Now I am preparing for that. So I have grown some roots. Now you can see the roots, and if you remember from your class 9th science, that these roots are having apical meristem. Now these are visible. So these roots are having apical meristem, and there was an activity in class 9th also for the growth of these roots, how this growth is happening. So this is all for today. In my next video we will meet while making this slide. And one more thing, I am also going to make one video on DNA extraction, so I can use this part also. The leaves of onion is also going to use in the DNA extraction, and roots we will use in the preparing slide for mitosis. So we can use the plant material for dual purpose. Thank you so much.